Hi guys, Dan Larsson here. In the previous video I showed you how to use this bass one shot from my older growl bass pack to achieve this result, what Zomboy used in his When We Were Young song. And in this video I would like to show you how I made the source file, this guy here. And it is very simple, to be honest. The FM8 patch is very easy. Well, to be honest, we don't need these two guys here. Very slight difference if I add them. So the main thing is this oscillator with 0.5 ratio. You can use one if you want, because the other one, the modulator one, is 0.52. And a 1+6 and a short triangle three-state waveform. So this is it. This is all. What I always like to do is assign every parameter what I want to modulate to one knob here on the macro knob. And in this case, I modulated this guy only here. Yes, you can see these two. Well, we don't need this. So I am modulating 3 parameters here on FM8, but we really need only this one. And the range is from 0 to 0.8. As you can see here, I use some modulation curve. Very easy, no effects, no easy morph stuff here, nothing really. Just these two guys here. A short 3-state and a 1+6. So this was the FM8 patch. It's basically you can use Massive or any other synthesizers to create some nice, I don't know, source file, source sound. And I also use an homicide to distort the sound. There are 2 bands here. I use 2 bands, and as you can see, I just simply use the cut between the 2 bands, or the split frequency between the 2 bands. The lower band is the same, which is the higher band. As you can see, I use the Smart E stuff here, and the only difference is the shape. The higher band is not that harsh. The lower band is a little so the lower band is a little sharper. So this is it. If you want, you can do the same with an overdrive, you know, just make some band splitting with an audio effect rack or something. Let me show you how I make it. I have a pre-made preset for this 3-band split, and I used 3 EQ8s to separate the bands, and you can assign different distortions on the different bands. For example, just use an overdrive on the top and a saturator on the middle, and this is it. You can keep practicing and experimenting with this, but in this case I used homicide. Very simple preset. Nothing fancy here. The other guy here, which has a very important job, is the WoW one, the old Sugar Bytes WoW one. Because this is a 30-bit plugin only, I had to use the JBridge to run it, but it's okay, it works pretty smoothly, no problem with it at all. And I use the Jack U character and an E character here. Some quite high resonance and a little overdrive. Back on the old days when I made growls like this, I always used the WoW filter. But basically what it does is just simply, you know, make some cuts and boosts in the frequency spectrum. Let me show you. Watch the peaks and the highs. The peaks and the cuts, sorry. So there is some cut here which you can make using an EQ modulation or something. And here there is another thing. Anyway, so the WoW one is a really cool plugin. Plus you need an HP filter with very high resonance. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that, of course, the wobble cutoff and high pace filter cutoff I also assigned to the macro knob, as you can see. So another overdrive and some EQs to boost the highs and the lows. and a phaser at the end of the chain. So it is very, very simple. This was the source file what I made for the Zomboy when we were young sound. What you know, I just exported, and once again some Pro and pushed up, I don't know, like 8 or 9 semitones, and just make it a little longer. And I also changed the note on the second half of the sound 1 semitones higher, or 2 maybe. And of course some fades, cross fades to make it smoother. So this was all. It is a very, very simple patch. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and see you next time, guys. Bye bye.